Hello, it is Monday. It's a new weekly reading vlog, and I thought I'd give you a quick update before we play D&D because we're starting in like less than an hour. Yesterday I started Starfell book number 3, which is YMAS and the Vanished Kingdom. I'm really out of breath, Jesus. I am just under halfway through. I'm really enjoying it. This is a fun time. It's a cute adventure. It's funny. It's got a sidekick. So I was correct. It does fit my TBR. I forgot about Oswald. How could I forget about Oswald? And then today, me and Ash started our buddy read of Loverbirds, which is a sapphic YA romance. I'm mostly enjoying it so far, but there's a niggly thing. And Belle's barking. There is a niggly thing that really annoyed me with the fact that one of them is from London and they've come up to this Liverpool in school. So obviously everyone's got pretty strong accents, and it's been written so that the Londoner makes a comment about toning down their accents. And I'm just like, I understand there are some Londoners that do that, but can you not feed into the stereotype? Because there's quite a lot of us that wouldn't expect you to tone down your accent, especially when we're in your city. Like, I don't go to Ash's and be like, oh, can you tone down your accent a bit? Absolutely not. Like, no. And it really feeds into the stereotypes that Londoners think we're above everyone, because trust me, we're not. I know some people do think that, because I've met some Londoners that think that. But also, there are people from other cities that think they're above everyone else. So, you know, like, I get it, but can we not feed into the stereotype, please and thank you? But yeah, this feels like it's going to be like a, maybe not so much cute YA romance, but it's definitely living up to hate to love type of thing. They're currently very much at the I hate you stage, which is great. It's great. But yeah, so that's my update. I'm now going to set my D&D Beyond up ready. And let's hope none of us die today. Also, friends, I did it. I finished watching campaign 2 of Critical Role. I did it. I finished. Campaign 2 is complete. And as I promised Jem, before I move on to campaign 3, I am going to watch Attack on Titan. So I've already got it all set up to start watching Attack on Titan tomorrow. So yeah. Hello, it is Tuesday. There is a helicopter going over, but I have waited 5 minutes and it's not going. So I'm just going to have to do this clip. It is a pajama clip. I don't think I've done a pajama clip in a while, but I'm tired. So I'm going to be getting ready for bed in a minute because I've got a super early and long day tomorrow. But today, so yesterday, played D&D. It was great. It was a fun time. We fought these like things, and I was worried about myself for a bit because I was on like 10 hit points. But it's fine. We were fine. I didn't have to take a potion. We defeated them and then had a long rest. And I'm in the process of acquiring the belt that I need so that when I throw my daggers, I don't have to go get it. It will return to me. So we're in the process of getting me one of those. And we now have a bag of holding, which is great because we need them. I bought loads of pastries and cake because of course I did. But anyway, it's great. Reading wise, I did my buddy read pages for Loverbirds. I really enjoyed it. The one of the main characters' brothers, he's just great. Very sibling moment, and it was so on point. I'm really liking the ADHD representation in this. Obviously ADHD is different for everyone, but it's really refreshing to see ADHD in a YA book, but also the way it's being spoken about. It's quite refreshing. Like, she's got a good support network from like her mum and her teacher. So yeah, I am enjoying this. And then I finished Starfell book number 3, YMAS and the Vanished Kingdom. this was a 4-star. I'm really glad about this because I remember not enjoying the second book as much. So the first book was a 5-star. That was back when I was very much into middle grade. So my enjoyment for them was a lot higher. And then when I read the second one, it was partly I had lost a bit of that spark for middle grade, but also I don't think the second book was as strong. So I didn't enjoy it as much. Whereas this one, so that was a 3-star. So we went from a 5-star to a 3-star. So I've been putting off this one, but I'm glad I read it because it was a 4-star. It was so close to being a 5, but I just think there was this one thing like that I couldn't give any of the things on Core Pile 1 extra point. So it's definitely a 4-star, not a 5-star, but I am very hopeful for the final book now. I don't know when we will get to read it, because me and my mum are buddy reading these, although she struggles to read physically now, and Everand doesn't have the audiobook until the 2nd of April. It limited me, and I think it's probably because I and my mum have both used it to listen to all 3 of the Hunger Games books. So that's probably why. So it's taken my mum a bit longer to read it. She's not far in at all, but we'll get there. But yeah, very much enjoyed this. Very glad I read it. And it definitely does work for the prompt I had it for on May the TBR Be With You, which was a book with a sidekick. And I think, was it yesterday's clip? I think it was yesterday's clip. I said about Oswald. It's not Oswald, it's Oswin. This is Oswin. I should have known from the cover that's going to count as a sidekick. That's not a cat. It's a kobold. Not a cat. Definitely not a cat. But it's great. She made some new friends in this book and it was just a fun time. So very happy that I finished that. Which means going up to Ashes. I'm obviously taking my buddy read. I don't know how much more I will read. But I am taking a book that's not on my TBR. Let me get it out of my bag. This isn't on my TBR, but the only other books that are on my TBR is the buddy read book that I'm doing with Jem next week. And then the Rag Picker King, which I don't want to take that big chunky hardback with me to Ashes, just in case I don't end up reading. It feels like a waste of my energy carrying a heavy hardback. So instead, I was looking at my shelves and I was like, what's a book that isn't a chunky hardback that I could take with me and maybe read? And I realised I've got this ARC that I got off of Harper YA last month, which is a bit odd because it did come out in February, and I got it in February, I think. But this is Where Shadows Bloom. So it's sapphic. It's got fans of Alison Saft and Margaret Rogerson will be swept away into this lush and Beguilian daydream about the unstoppable love between 2 girls and the sinister forces that would push them apart. That sounds like a bit of me. So I'm going to start this tomorrow. I will listen to my pages of this on the way to work tomorrow. And then on my lunch break and maybe on the train up to Ashes, I will read this. I think I mentioned yesterday I finished campaign 2 of Critical Role, which, yes. Did I sub a lot? Yes. That is not the point. And I made a promise to Jem that before I started campaign 3, I would watch Attack on Titan. So I'm currently halfway through season 1 of Attack on Titan and I'm having a great time. Will say when Levi came onto the screen, he hadn't even spoken and I was like, it's my favourite white boy. Matt Mercer. So yeah, I'm halfway through season 1. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to download a few episodes because I'm watching it. I've done a week's free trial of Crunchyroll and I'll see how much I can get watched in that week. And then I'll probably see if I can borrow my nephew's Crunchyroll. So I'm going to download some episodes onto my iPad ready for the train tomorrow evening, and I will try and read a bit, but then I'm probably going to get too tired to read, so then I'll probably just put Attack on Titan on. I think I have a window seat. I'm pretty sure I booked a window seat, so I'll have to like tilt my screen because I don't think people want to see the naked Titan butt. But anyway, yeah, that is my update. They're the 2 books I'm taking with me to Ashes. And yeah, I'm also packing my cross stitch because I would like to do some cross stitch, and she has a knitting project at the moment, so I feel like we can stick a movie on or something. I'll do my cross stitch. But yeah, so I will catch up with you probably Thursday. Oh, actually, I don't know. I don't know yet because it will depend on what time I end up getting to Ashes, or not what time. I know what time roughly I'm getting there. More about how exhausted I am because I'm doing Flexi Friday this week, and I'm in the office tomorrow, which means I am gonna have to get up at like 5:30 so that I can have breakfast before I go into the office an hour earlier than usual. So early night for me tonight, and then possibly not gonna do a vlog clip. We'll see how I feel when I get to Ashes. And then Thursday we are at Umi at 6 in Newcastle, so we'll see. Anyway, I'll catch up with you at some point. Hello, it is Thursday. Yeah. Is it Thursday? Yeah. This one needs to finish getting ready, but she needed to be in the vlog. So yeah, but I'm gonna go through my reading for yesterday. So yesterday I read my buddy read pages for Loverbirds. I've also read today's pages for Loverbirds. I'm really enjoying this. It's really good, and it's really good rep as well.
I've not read today's pages. I've read some of today's pages.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
And then this is going to be a really odd one. I read Letters to a Monster. It's exactly what it looks like. It is a picture book. They were giving them out in work for free to like promote it, and I have a niece and a nephew the age that would enjoy a book like this, so I picked one up for them, and I did read it and it was great. I gave it a 5-star because like I sort of like rigged the core pile because it's a great story and I don't want to give a children's book anything less.
It's the same way that if you read a YA and you think that the character's whiny, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Because it is YA and teenagers are whiny.
Exactly.
If
and
the
like,
story's good, who cares?
Yeah, like the only reason a YA will ever get listed a 5-star for me is if the actual story itself wasn't as good. But yeah, and then yesterday, that is, I'm a bit annoyed that I started this. I was falling asleep on the train, like fully dozing off. I think I had a 20-minute power nap between York and Darlington. I started an arc. I started Where Shadows Bloom. It's really cute so far. They are so pining for each other. It's great. The issue is...
Sorry.
The issue is that today I got approved on NetGalley for Tusk Love and I want to start it immediately and I can't because I need to finish Where Shadows Bloom first. So this is my motivation to read Where Shadows Bloom.
You got this.
So yeah, that is my update. We are now getting ready because we're going to see Yumi at 6, as you can probably tell from the top. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not emotionally ready because I'm physically ready. I'm not emotionally ready because this is the start of the end. Because I'm going to 4 shows on this tour and this is the first one. I'm not ready. I'm really hoping they play The Rumour. If the next clip is The Rumour, you know I'm a happy bunny. But at the first Newcastle show a couple of weeks back, someone was shouting for them to play The Rumour. And Josh was like, we don't take requests. And they were like really saying about play The Rumour. And he was like, are you coming to the second Newcastle show? We'll try and learn it for then. And I'm like, don't get my hopes up, Joshua. I don't actually know if his full name is actually Joshua, but I'm pretending it is.
My manager brought up a really, really good point, because we're going to go see You Me at 6 and I'm going to 2 of the shows and this one's going to 4 of the shows, so technically we're going 6 times.
I've actually lost count at this point how many times I've actually seen You Me at 6 live. It's in double digits. I just don't know how into double digits it is. It must be nearing 20 by the end of this tour.
That's impressive.
It would have been great if I could have seen them 20 times, because they've been together for 20 years.
That's not a long time.
It's a long time. And that's like, they've never gone on a hiatus before. That's like genuinely 20 years of being an active band. Anyway, I'm babbling now. I'm going to go. We're going to finish. Well, Ash is going to finish getting ready. I had a head start. And then we're going to go see You Me at 6. And I really hope the clip I show you next is the rumour. If not, it will be another song. But I'm hoping it was going to be the rumour. Hello, it is Saturday.
Yep.
Did not vlog yesterday because I didn't pick up a book.
We did not.
At all. I can't show you the You Me at 6 top that I got because it is upstairs. I wore it yesterday. Of course I did. But they have officially added Jealous Minds Think Alike to the set. And they also did The Swarm, which is one of my songs that I needed them to play, and Fireworks, which is also one of the songs I needed them to play. Bit sad they didn't do the rumour, but I have 3 other shows where they could possibly do it. But
Her jaw dropped when they started,
when he said Justice for the Swarm, I was like,
literally that was her face. It was very, very cute.
and then started recording, which is the clip you would have seen, because that's the clip I'm putting in.
Yeah.
This vlog is for the Swarm, because
The Swarm.
Justice for the Swarm. But yeah, and then yesterday we literally just chilled. We did go to the shops. We went B&M, Asda.
And then we came and played Overcooked.
We did play Overcooked. You made mac and cheese.
And then mac and cheese.
And then
we watched Candela Obscura.
Yeah, we have started watching Candela Obscura. Also, haven't updated you. I don't think I've updated you anyway. I have started watching Attack on Titan. I am nearly at the end of season 1, which is great. I'm having a great time, especially since I know what happens, because obviously I've read all of the manga. So watching it is great. There is a few bits that I've messaged because of course I have. Yeah. But yeah, so that was yesterday, and then today we have done some reading. So we ended up just finishing Loverbirds today. We were supposed to, on the buddy read, finish it tomorrow, but we caught up and then just ended up finishing it today. This ended up being a 5-star. I wasn't sure because there was a certain thing that I was going to be really annoyed if it happened. And for reasons, I was not annoyed that it happened, which is fine. Things progressed in the plot. It was a very low 5-star, and the only reason it only just scraped a 5-star for me was because of the thing I said about like Londoners earlier on in the vlog. But apart from that, it was great. The plot was great. The representation for ADHD was incredible.
I sobbed multiple times.
And also just a teenage girl friendship group was just so perfect. It was really taking me back to being 17.
And also just like just everything about it was so good.
It was so well done.
And there was such an interesting like story. Like it wasn't just that, it was also like classism and other things in it, and it's so important.
It's so well
such an
done,
important book.
But yeah, we really enjoyed that. And then Jen was doing sprints, so I used the sprints to read a bit more of Where Shadows Bloom. It's so funny story. I thought I was going to be able to take my time with this book. I now can no longer take my time, because when I get back, my library hold for Sunrise on the Reaping is waiting for me.
Hang on.
Yeah, the library copy of that is waiting for me to pick it up, and I'm going to be reading that. However, I don't think that's going to take me long to read, which is good, because on Thursday I got approved for an ARC, which, if you've been watching my videos lately, you will know it is my most anticipated book of the year. Like, this isn't Ali Hazelwood, it's not Rebecca Thorne, it's not F.T. Lukens, it is Thea Guanzon, and it is Tusk Love, and I got approved for it on NetGalley.
I'm so jealous.
Now, I did actually send the UK publisher a bit of a begging email. I think it was done quite professionally. But I basically was begging for an ARC if they were available, because I need to read this book. Most anticipated book of the year, especially since I've just finished watching Campaign 2, where this book came to life.
Started as a joke.
It literally started as a joke, and now it is a real book coming out in the real world. But I've been looking on the UK NetGalley, and it's just not been on there. So I thought maybe they're not doing it. And then out of curiosity, I went on to US NetGalley, and it was there. So I requested it, and then a few hours later, I got an approval email. Never downloaded something to my Kindle so quickly in my life. Because, I mean, let's be real, I'm going to be able to read it on NetGalley Shelf app, because it's not going to take me that long to get to it. But yeah, so I need to finish this before I get Sunrise on the Reaping on Tuesday. I need to read Sunrise on the Reaping, and then I've somehow got to fit in Tusk Love before the end of the month. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Tusk Love might have to be my first book of April. It's probably going to have to be my first book of April, which I read in between recovering from YMAS concerts, because not next week, the week after is going to be exhausting, because I'm at YMAS on the Monday, the Wednesday and the Friday. So my recovery days, I might just read Tusk Love.
Valid.
I think that might actually be a plan. I'll see how quickly I get through Sunrise on the Reaping. If I get through it Tuesday, which I don't think I will, but if I get through it Tuesday, then I've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to read Tusk Love. Because Saturday we probably won't read. No. But I do also have a buddy read starting Monday with Jem, because we're doing The House That Horror Built. So I'm not. Tusk Love's going into April, clearly. But yeah, I am really enjoying this. So I had read this much on the train up here on Wednesday, and then I read this much on Jem Sprints today. So thank you, Jem, because this was very much needed. So now I only have like half of it left, and I am really enjoying it. It's a little bit predictable in the way that YA sometimes is, but it's not a bad thing. Like, it's not predictable in a, oh God, I knew that was going to happen, in a, I was right way.
Sometimes you want a bit of predictability. You want a little bit of just turn your brain off.
To be fair, that's one of the things I do like about YAs, is that they are predictable, because it's nice sometimes to just read something and be like, I feel like I know what's going to happen. I don't know where the rest of the story is going to go, but I was right about this one thing, and that's made me happy. But I'm really loving the pining. The pining's great. It's not, I don't like slow burn, but it's not bringing my enjoyment down. It's very much, I knew this was a slow burn going into it, so I'm prepared for it. But yeah, the pining is really something. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm hoping, I think I can finish this at the latest Monday on my way home. I think I can do that. So yeah, but yeah, look at that cover. That cover is beautiful. But yeah, so that is my reading updates. I've done a little bit of cross stitch today as well. I'm proud of myself. I'm like over halfway through Tigger.
Gasp.
Which is the technically 4th character, but I kind of count Kanga and Rue as one character because Rue is in Kanga's pouch in it. So it's literally just head and hands that you see. So I'm on technically the 3rd character. So then I think it's just Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore. I don't know if Owl's in this one. I can't remember. This isn't me asking you, by the way. It's
I'm
me
not
trying
answering.
and it's over there and I can't bother to get it. But anyway, that is this week's vlog. I feel like this has been a longer vlog. I feel like I have actually talked a lot in this vlog, even though I didn't vlog on Friday. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Because we are tired, and even though we've done not much all day, it's one of those things that I feel more drained today than I do on a day where I do a lot.
But we've read a lot.
Well, according to my my watch, I have just hit my stand goal. It's not very accurate because I'm not standing. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this vlog now. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.